So we increase that max speed a bit, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hit my throttle, lift the rear wheel. Oh my goodness. That's pretty crazy for like a cargo bike. Just try to do no hands? I'm about to say, please don't.
I feel like if I was a pro, I could do
it. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah, so on a scale from 1 to 10, man, I get that suspension. What's up, y'all? So I received what might be the best, I would say, moped style cargo bike as of 2026. I say that because this bike has a 1500 watt motor with a 1800 watt peak, advertised to go 35 miles an hour. It also has a 52 volt 20 amp hour battery advertised to go like 150 151 miles per charge. I don't think I've ever experienced a 20 amp hour battery having a range like that, but you know, you never know. Usually it's around 60 miles. This bike is the Road. I think this is the 4.0 version. This bike weighs 116 pounds. Maximum weight of the rider is 450 pounds. So heavy on the cargo, right? This bike is also a step through, and I think it also has full suspension. So to purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unbox this. I'm gonna put the bike together, go through all of the features. It does have full suspension, so I'm gonna go on-road, off-road a bit, test out the range, the speed, all that cool stuff, and see if this is the best moped style cargo bike that we received as of 2026. Also, I am still doing an e-bike giveaway. You wanna be included in the giveaway, you have to subscribe to the channel, you have to live in the US, and comment below on what type of e-bike you would like. You want a cargo moped like this one? You want a folding bike? More of a full-size, full suspension bike? Comment below, let me know. I think last month I got like 500, 600 subscribers in that month, so we're getting there. But 40,000, giving one of y'all an e-bike. Putting the bike together will be Cameron, which is our newly certified HVAC professional here. He's gonna be putting his bike together.
Is a component of the refrigerant cycle that absorbs heat.
So I see why they said 150 miles to charge, because it comes with 2 batteries. So we have this battery here on the body, and we have another battery here in the back. So I guess they're both 52 volt 20 amp hour batteries. So it's 2 52 volt 20 amp hour batteries. I think that's 20 amp hours. This is what the bike looks like without the wrapping, and doesn't look like anything was damaged. And it did come with a whole lot of wrapping and a lot of foam. So they did, I guess, the best they could to make sure that the bike comes undamaged. Now this bike did come with a lot of goodies. Like we have several boxes that it came with. So all right, that looks like a trunk. All right, so I guess you put that trunk on your rear rack. So maybe I'll do 2 videos. One where we take this bike and go grocery shopping using its trunk. Nice little trunk too. It has a key lock. Another box had this long moped style seat that goes on the back here, and that's the longest moped style seat that I've ever had on an e-bike. So they definitely want to make sure that you can ride with multiple passengers back here, I guess. This box here comes with I guess these are clamps to put our headlight on. Large heavy duty headlight, which we've had on several other e-bikes before. Turner signals, never had turner signals that look quite like that before. Look like keys and I guess key fob, so it looks like it might be some anti-theft action going on. Pedals, which are labeled. Nice array of tools, and we normally don't get this many tools, so hopefully that don't mean we have to put a lot together, but I appreciate it though. Tools to put our front wheel on, and I love how all the bags are labeled. That really does help. Back up fastener, I don't know what that means. And our battery charger, and we only got 1 battery charger, so I think that means that battery charger charges both batteries. Another seat, oh, okay, so that's like if you're taller. You can have a seat that's taller than the other one. Man, they thought of everything. I like it. I like it so far. This is the first time ever I've had a moped style e-bike give you 2 different seat options. They gave us some acrylic markers, I guess, to design your bike.
Give us some.
And lastly, we had footstools to obviously ride with a passenger. We have our manual. This manual really doesn't go through how to put the bike together, but it does go through everything on the display, including the advanced settings. We're gonna have to put our front wheel on, and this is a 20x4 Innova all-terrain tire. Now, I've had an Innova tire before, but the only Innova tires I've had, I believe, have been like more street tires. This is an all-terrain tire, and it also has a nice amount of grip on it too. So, and I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that seat on. Headlight, pedals, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and start putting this bike together. It's a lot of loose here. Why is the brake off? And it looks like we're gonna have to make sure we connect all of these wires here. I think that's for the headlight and turner signals though, so that explains why they're disconnected there. So you can tell this front and rear fender doesn't really go with this bike, but they're trying here. These 3 are supposed to have screws in them, but it doesn't really go with the bike like that. So, but they're pretty secure, so I'll rock with it. Just a warning, there's a nut that you have to put on this seat here, but the nut is right up under this battery port, so it's almost impossible to put that nut on there. Like we had to figure out, I guess, where to put our fingers just to reach it, because it was difficult to put on because this big battery port is in the way. Ken was able to figure it out by putting 2 fingers on the screw while using another finger to lift it up. So. So we got this bike put together, took us about 35 minutes. Now I will say this bike is pretty standard for, I guess I would call a moped style cargo bike. It's about 5 feet 9 inches from wheel to wheel. The handlebar, which is kind of adjustable, you can adjust the angle. Where we have it now is like 3 feet 10 inches from the floor. The seat, and again, this is the seat that we chose. It came with 2 different seat options, but the one we chose is about 3 feet from the floor. And I like it because it looks like the seat is far away from the pedal. So that means I got my height, might be able to pedal it without my knees hitting my chest. And we decided to go ahead and install the rear rack and the trunk because they were nice enough to send it to us. And it's a nice trunk. You know, it has a lock that you put in on the side here that you can lock it up. So to put this clamp on, you do push this up here. Then this comes loose, and then you can use that to put that clamp on up there. Snap that in place, then you can turn your key to lock it. I love the look of this bike for a cargo, I guess, moped style e-bike. I think it has a very sleek look to it. It kind of looks like if a bike was an SUV, it would look like this, you know what I mean? Look at that suspension. And this is a suspension I would normally get on more of like a dirt bike, you know what I mean? This suspension is about 12 inches long. And these suspensions are coil suspensions, which I like the best. I like them over like the air compression suspension. I think it gives you better rebound. This is pretty heavy duty for a cargo bike. Give y'all a look at this rear suspension. We also have this motorcycle style front fork suspension in the front where you can adjust your compression. So if you turn this knob to the left, you could open up this suspension. If you want to lock it out, let's say you're on a flat surface, you turn this to the right. We're going to go ahead and open it up, so go ahead and turn this all the way to the left. Give y'all a look at this front suspension. We have test rode the bike just a little bit. We couldn't help ourselves. Looking forward to testing out these Innova all-terrain tires in our off-road test. They're kind of grippy, and these protrusions are kind of like dirt bike tires. Have a look at our rear and front 180 millimeter hydraulic brakes. Definitely appreciate this heavy duty aluminum chain wheel cover. Plastic ones get damaged a little too easily. I love that the pedals are not that close to the floor. So we don't have a gear shifter on this bike. But it does look like we have a torque sensor. So what that means is it's going to take into account how hard you pedal, at least it should. So hopefully that'll make up for not having a gear shifter and we won't be out here ghost pedaling. We have your soft, ergonomic and really comfortable handlebar grips. Nice wide handlebar for a cargo moped style e-bike. It's about 2 feet, 4.5 inches wide. And again, we do have 2 removable batteries. This one here looks like it has a USB charger that you can use to charge your phone. On the other side of that is where you can charge this battery. Back on the other side of the battery, if you want to remove this battery, you put your key here, turn it, and then you can lift this battery out. You can also remove this battery in the back. You turn the key here. And you have to give this one a little bit of force when you turn the key. Maybe that's why they gave you this handle. And then you can slide the battery out that way. And you can charge that battery with the same charger here. You have to turn this battery on by clicking this power button here. And then it should light up. Now to turn this battery off, you got to press and hold this button for a while. Like it's going to change colors before it turns off. See what I'm saying? So we're not going to turn our bike on. I'm going to click the power button here and that turns our display on, but I can't get into my display because you need this NFC card by default to get into your display. I love that. So yeah, that means this is an anti-theft bike. I'm pretty sure you can change it to not have to use this, but by default you need this card. A quick look at our display. Look like we have our battery life at the top. I did fully charge the bike. We have our pedal assist modes here. Click the up button here to see how many pedal assist modes we have by default. Look like we have 5. Our trip mileage, our speed calculator, pretty sure you can change that from miles per hour to kilometers if you want to. If I quickly click the set button over here on my panel, see the set button, I get more information on my display. Look like that goes from my trip time to my odometer. So while the bike is on, if I click this power button over here on my panel, that turns my, I guess my dim light on. But over here, if I click this up, that turns my full headlight on. Me clicking that power button also turns my rear light on. And that rear light is also a brake light. Now if I click this over here, that turns my pretty noticeable turning signal on the front of my bike and on the back of my bike. We also have a horn, which is louder than most. We have a twist throttle for throttle only. So we increase that max speed a bit, right? I'm gonna go ahead and hit my throttle, lift the rear wheel. Oh my goodness. That's pretty crazy for like a cargo bike. We have like over 10 advanced settings on this bike, and I'm not gonna go through all of them. Again, they are in the manual. Going to your advanced settings, you press and hold the set button. Okay, if you wanna go from one setting to the next, you click the plus button. Okay, so this first setting here, if I click the set button, I can change it. That's how bright do we want our display. We want our display as bright as possible. Click the set button to save that value. Click the up button to go to my next setting. That is how do I want to calculate my speed. Do I want to do miles per hour or kilometers? We're going to keep it at miles per hour. This here is our sleep minutes. So how many minutes until this bike automatically shuts off. 8 here is our limit speed. So that's how fast can we go on this bike. And I did change it to 45 just to see, that's what y'all saw earlier in the video. So this is, it looks like they call it our starting magnet. I'm thinking this is our pedal assist sensitivity. Usually the lower you go, the more sensitive it is. So I'm gonna click the set button, keep it at a 3 so we can see what it's like fresh out the box. And this is our, look like start strength. I guess how much power it gives you when you first start pedaling. And we're gonna keep that also at that value. 18 here is if you wanna set cruise control. This is how you can determine whether you wanna use that NFC card or not. Yeah. Oh. So how tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
5'3". What you think of the suspension on that bike?
Man, this bike ride is really smooth. No noises at all. I feel like I can ride through gravel, sand, grass.
Is that trunk on the back bothering you?
I honestly didn't even notice that it was there.
Oh, okay. So how tall are you?
6'1".
How much you weigh?
230.
What you think of the suspension?
Pretty good suspension.
How did the bag in the back feel when you was going off road there?
I didn't feel it.
We're gonna now try out these Innovation all-terrain tires. We're gonna go through some gravel here. All right. And it did rain yesterday. I'm just noticing just a little slipping here. I thought it'd be a little bit more grippier than this, but yeah, I guess it does have some pretty good grip on it. Okay, I guess I thought it'd be elite, but it's better than normal. Let's brake here. No, that's actually pretty good, so, okay. I definitely feel comfortable leaning on this bike because it does have grippy tires, grippy all-terrain tires. It has a nice wide handlebar. And because it's still a moped-style e-bike, it's lower to the floor. So the combination of those three things makes me feel very comfortable leaning on this bike. And I like leaning because I think it gives you more control of your turn. But yeah, this is up there regarding leaning on your bike. You lean at your own leisure. You know, lean as you feel comfortable, but if you do fall, it's not a long way down, again, because the bike is so close to the floor. So we're now gonna go off-road with some hills, test out the tires, but mainly test out the suspension. And shoot. Sorry, y'all, hold on. Sorry, y'all, let's keep going. And they haven't treated the grass here, so it should be more bumpy than normal. Oh, all right, go up here. All right, man, so far so good. I don't feel nothing. But go up here. Oh wow, both suspensions are doing their job. So this is pretty elite. This is, I will say, up there with the best suspension I've had on like a moped style long range e-bike. It's probably in the top 3, if not the top 2. This suspension is great, y'all. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but I don't feel much of anything. And I don't know if that's also because of the tires or what, but dang, it's pretty good. Let's go down here though. Let's see. Oh, wow, yeah, so on a scale from 1 to 10, man, I get that suspension, that's probably like a 9, probably like a 9 or 9.5. So you can adjust the sensitivity on this bike, the pedal assist sensitivity. I did not change anything to see what it's like fresh out the box. And I will say, this bike has a torque sensor, and you can tell, because right now I'm casually pedaling, right? I'm only going 11 miles per hour. Now, I don't have a gear. Again, I only have one gear. The only way I'm okay with it is if it has a torque sensor, because that means it's gonna take into account how hard you pedal before it gives you some speed. I think fresh out the box, you might need a little bit more sensitivity than it's giving you. I like it like this though, but I say that because I'm going 13 miles per hour in mode 3, right? I should be going faster, but in order to go faster, I really have to kick this pedal. I have to keep kicking that pedal, right? So now I'm going 18, 19. And I started out at 15. What's up, man? So now I'm going 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Man, this goes fast in mode 3. All right, so 26 miles per hour mode 3, but I really have to kick to get that fast in mode 3. Let's try these brakes out here. Oh, great brakes, great brakes. I like the sensitivity like that, but I am more on the athletic side. You know, I do martial arts and do fitness camps on the weekends and stuff, so you can adjust your pedal assist sensitivity to get more sensitivity if you want to. Now, I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. My knees are not coming up too high on this bike. And honestly, if I was to rotate the handlebar back, maybe even get a handlebar extender so I can really rotate it back, I feel comfortable on this bike. My knees are coming up as high as I would want them to. I don't want them going any higher than this when I ride a bike. So it's right there. So I could do this, but if I could bring the handlebar up, maybe bring it back. But again, it does come with a different seat option. So usually with moped style e-bikes with these kind of dimensions and with a banana style seat, I don't feel comfortable going without my hands on the handlebar, but I'm gonna try here. Yeah, I can do it, but I really have to balance it. But I can do it and I feel comfortable doing so. Now it ain't at the point where I feel like I can vlog and stuff, but it's pretty good for a moped style e-bike with this banana style seat. So yeah, definitely comfortable. So we're not gonna go max speed, pedal assist. And again, you really have to kick this pedal assist to get it going. And it's semi-gradual, so I'm at 24, 25, 26, 27. Back a little bit. All right. 29, 30, 31, oh, 32, 32. All right. So it looked like I was only able to get up to 32 miles per hour. So we're not gonna go max speed. Throttle only. See how fast we go here? The takeoff speed is pretty perfect in throttle only. It's not too fast, not too slow. I'm at 28 miles per hour, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, god dang, 37, 38, wow. Going up the hill a little bit, 38. Oh, wow. 39. I think this is a great bike for the streets. Not encouraging you to do that, but if you would like to go on the streets, I think this is a great e-bike for that because it does have some weight to it because of the 2 batteries. You do have full suspension, so if you go through a crack or something, you won't feel it, especially with this compression suspension in the front. You have all the bells and whistles I think you need for the street. You have a headlight, a rear light, a horn. You have turning signals. You have great brakes, hydraulic brakes, all-terrain tires, so if it's a little wet, hopefully you'll still be okay. So yeah, I think it's a great bike for the streets, but I also think this is a great bike for more urban areas because even though you have this motorcycle style front fork, you can still make some pretty sharp turns in this bike. So that mixed with the fact that it is a little bit more compact than like a full-size e-bike, I think that means this is a great bike for urban areas too. I think you can easily avoid people and things on this bike without a whole lot of problem. And with it being a step through, if you ever just need to get off the bike real quick to avoid something, you can do that. But we're gonna go max speed, throttle only, up a hill. It's a pretty steep hill, about a 35, 40 degree hill. Hill also has a turn on it. We're gonna see how much speed we lose Going up this hill. It looks like we're going into the hill at 31 miles per hour. Going into the hill now. 32 miles per hour, okay. All right, here comes the steepest part of the hill. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 20, all right, we only lost like 7, 8 miles per hour. The standard is usually 9 or 10, so. So Road Emma 4.0, probably one of the best moped style cargo bike that I reviewed on this channel. I like a lot about this bike. I like all the features, headlight, red light, turn signals, horn. I like that it's anti-theft. I love that it's a step through. I like that you have different seat options for the first time ever on these moped style e-bike with the banana style seat. I love the tires, I love the comfort. And I like the battery life. I went on a 16-mile bike ride. I spent 5 of those miles going max speed, pedal assist. I spent like 2 miles going max speed, throttle only. In that 16 to 17 miles, I still had all of my battery bars. So definitely over 100 miles per charge based on my bike ride. But I might do another video to test out the range some more and see if I can take this bike grocery shopping. Only thing I did not like about this bike is that it only has 1 gear. I do wish it had more gears. Pedal assist was a little low, but you can adjust the pedal assist sensitivity, so it's hard to hold that against it too much. I even like the suspension. Top 2 suspension on a moped style cargo bike. On a scale from 1 to 10, I get this bike a 9. Comment below what you get this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.